Hello and welcome to the Angel Channel. It is Monday again, and here we are. What's up, Mr. Brian?
Here we are again. And I have to say, tonight will be an unusual show. I've been like super connected, and the angel that we're going to be talking about tonight, Elamaya, has been like, wow, it's been a really great reconnection. I've been going and reconnecting each week with each of the angels. I did a light painting, and we have a video to play in a few minutes that I think you'll really enjoy. And I really got those words like directly from Elamaya, and it was really great. Hey, big hey to Helen, and as always, Jolito,
Yes,
happy to see you.
yes, definitely happy. Thank you
How was
guys
your
for
week?
being
How
here.
was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was wonderful. We were invited to a friend's house, so Janice and I and Jeffrey didn't have to do anything other than show up with some dessert and enjoy the company. It was really nice. My friend Steve Sage and his family were gracious enough to invite us over, and it was beautiful. I have a lot to be thankful for. What about you?
It was very quiet and cool. And Thanksgiving Day, I got to go cruise around and kind of drop in and have a number of Thanksgiving dinners and be really grateful. You know, and one of them. Uh, the person that was hosting the dinner said to everyone to go around the table and say what they were grateful for. So
Mhm.
when it got to me, I was like, man, I am just grateful that I finally learned how to be happy without
Yeah.
anything making me happy.
Oh, I love that.
Just to be in that state and that space, and it's really really wonderful.
It
So
totally is
I can't,
amazing.
I've been searching for that and marching towards that my whole life, and to
Yeah.
actually be able to say that and mean it and go, yeah.
I love that part of Thanksgiving where you go around the table and you say what you're thankful for, and I'm kind of it doesn't always happen for some reason, and everybody's got different traditions, but like I'm grateful for that opportunity when it happens to say what I'm grateful for because it really lets me think about it and connect to it, as I'm expressing it to everybody. I get to connect to what I'm
So,
saying. So,
so do
but
you use your deck every day? Your angel deck, by any chance?
Um, no, I don't use it every day. I think I will say this. I have been kind of taken some of your advice, and I have been when I wake up in the morning, I kind of uh gather my energy, and glow it up really big and try to like start my day like that. So I have a feeling I may be leaning in that direction. I feel like you know I might start being drawn towards the I always kind of catch a glimpse of it every once in
Opening
a
the
while.
connection, dude.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah,
really good way to make it through the day. It
yeah.
changes things in a really big way. I thought I knew that already. I made the deck and I use it all the time, but like this, and have you had any, since we've been doing this show, have you had any interesting experiences related to this? Any angelic thoughts or like as any synchronicities or anything with you?
You're putting me on the spot a little bit, but I'm going to say yes. And the reason I say you're putting me on the spot is because we haven't gotten to talk about it. And it's related to kind of the interest I had in the Hebrew alphabet and the Hebrew letters, and kind of wanting to explore that a little bit. I'm definitely feeling a connection there when you say like, are you feeling anything? Like, there's definitely a connection to the Hebrew alphabet, and and we haven't gotten to explore that. I know I was going to do a little stuff here about it, and you were like, oh, that's a whole other show, and it really is, to talk about
Yeah,
the
doing the
meaning.
Hebrew alphabet from beginning to end is, yeah, and
Yeah,
getting people
yeah,
to
yeah.
really pay
But
attention to that, not all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I will say, like, I'm certainly definitely feeling more connected to the visual aspects of language. So if that makes any sense to what you're saying, like definitely through symbology
Well,
also, you know.
the angels that we're working with are amazing help in that realm.
Mhm,
You know,
mhm,
and if you connect with the ones that were, you know, and the letters that are on that card, you'll
mhm.
get some really interesting information. If you make yourself open, ask, and see what you get.
Yeah,
As an
absolutely. No,
experiment,
absolutely.
try that. Like, I'd love to hear what, you know. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. You know, try that out. I'd
Mhm,
love to see
mhm.
if you if anything happens for you.
Cool. I shall do that. I shall do that. I definitely also, again, have been encountering the other symbols. I don't know what you referred to them as, the other angel symbols that are on the card that almost look like runes or like
Those are angelic signatures.
angelic signatures. I've definitely been encountering them visually in different places. So yes, I will definitely say yes.
Billy and I are working on a series of orgs that will relate to each of the angels. And in the manual, you know, there's a stone for each of the angels, and
Awesome.
so they're going to revolve around that and have each of those signatures embedded in it. And I'm really stoked to see those come to
That's
fruition.
amazing. I'm excited for that collaboration. And speaking of Jilly, she said when you
Yeah,
asked
and hold
about it,
on.
she said she does use the deck every day. So I just wanted to give her the little shout out there because
So I'm in the middle of experimenting with a number of different configurations that she sent, and one of them is this little cube.
hold
Yeah,
on.
right. This little cube. I don't have autofocus on.
Uh,
Anyway, what's great about these is I have heard that they are amazing for storing memories. So you could take, okay, you know, you could take the best day you've ever had and store that in there, and it would take the memory, but it would also take all the sensory stuff, the smells, the feelings,
yeah,
everything
I
about
love it.
that instance, which is really super cool. But what's even better than that is if you were working on some sort of working and you needed energy and there's a ritual for it and
Mhm, mhm,
invocations, you
mhm,
could store all of that in this.
mhm.
And especially if it was like a long-term thing that was like 6 months or a year, you know, you would be able to go back to it and it would have all of that. It would reach out and grab energy that it would need to fill it back up, and pretty much you just have to press the button and let it run itself.
That's so
So
awesome.
yeah, I'm in the middle. I've already filled a couple of them up with a couple different kinds of memories, and I'm going to give it another month or two and see what happens when I go back to jump on it. I'm pretty excited about that though.
That's
And
awesome. I
these
love that.
cubes can also be used. You know, the resin that happens in these orgs, like it will hold a charge and it will bleed that charge, but over a very, very, very long period of time.
Mhm.
So if you get the right configuration, which is a bunch of different slices with tinfoil in between, you build a capacitor, and then
Mhm.
you can run those in series too, and then all of a sudden you have this big energy battery that's like, wow, that doesn't lose a charge.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, super amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, I had looked a little bit into the orgonite and the whole origin of it and the idea of the organic materials and the non-organic, the whole layering of it all. It's great. Julie saying R&D. Yeah, it's awesome that you guys are working together on some of these things. It's
Yeah, I
great.
don't take any like, you know, it's supposed to do this. Yeah, well, let me see. So we're in the middle of, as a matter of fact, my teacher Og has one and is in the middle of an experiment on it. You know, you never talk about what you're working on until it's done, unless they're part of the spell.
Right.
So I'm waiting to see what he comes up with on that. Next time I talked to him, he said he'd be ready to
Right.
blast it out. So
Well, I love conceptually what you're talking about because I feel like, and I'm going to just relate this to words that's been coming up, and I think I've mentioned it on my show. The whole idea of an energetic signature, right? So every moment has an energetic signature, like you were talking, the smells, the sounds, everything that's happening at that moment. I feel like that's kind of what you're saying about putting that energy into the moment of into that org. And I think for myself, I have just mentally kind of take in memories that are very pleasant, and when I'm in a very unpleasant situation, like put myself into that moment. You know what I mean? I know it's you're like, that's not the same thing, but it's
No, it isn't.
yeah, yeah. I know, I know, I know. I knew you were thinking that, but yeah.
The org thing. I think that anything that has the potential for channeling energy and for really gathering energy is an awesome tool to experiment with.
Yeah.
And I love nothing more than this. I'm half artist, half scientist. It's like, wow, that
Oh,
sounds really good. My artist loves everything. Everything's possible. And my scientist goes, okay, let me see that happen at least 3 times. And then it works,
right,
so.
right. Hold on, I gotta do
So
something here. I gotta swap us. There we go. I feel
so
like
we
if
have
I
an
was
amazing
looking
we
earlier.
have an amazing guest on tonight, Grace Grella.
Yes, yes, and we have some amazing people out there. I see Joost Van Dyke is out there. What's up, Joost? Nice to see you out there. We were just talking about you. Um, so
Yeah,
yeah, amazing guest tonight is a wonderful woman who I met, and she has a show. She had been on public access television for 29 years or something like that, and we were on her show, Janice and I, and we didn't even know it was the last show she was doing live at that studio. And we just became instant friends. She's an amazing psychic medium, intuitive, all around just amazing person. I know you, when I introduced you guys, you had a lot of synchronicities.
amazing connection right away, and I mean, like on the angel show, we have the same birthday angel. I've never met anyone that has the same birthday angel as me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hey, listen, Josh just sent a question. Is this linked to
Yeah,
the orgon energy?
that's what we were talking
Yes,
about. Yeah.
and I call them orgs, but it's just Jilly and I's shorthand for organites. So, and that's
Mhm.
the the vehicle that uses orgon energy. So,
Right. Right. So,
so let's
what's up, RJ? Good to see
you
you
know,
too. Oh,
before
so
we
we were introducing Grace. We got
sidetrack.
knocked off track. Yeah. So let's bring Grace into the show. What's up, Grace Grella? Welcome to the Angel
Hey,
Channel.
and I'm thankful for you too this holiday season here. My two earth angels. I'm so excited. And as I said before the show started, I'm so happy that Brian, that you agree with the angels when they told me you're going to be starting a workshop class about how people can connect to their angels. And all they
Yeah,
have to do is contact you, and you're going to put together a list and start your empowerment sessions, right?
super exciting. Yes, and
Yeah.
to that note, we have a email now, the Angel Channel Show at
Yep.
gmail.com.
Yep. I'm gonna
So
put it right up
please,
here.
I would
The
love to help
Angel
with.
Channel Show at Gmail. Okay, everybody out there in viewership land, jump on that.
Oh man, we need to have Grace on all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a
I think
cheerleader.
we just
I'm definitely the holla back girl here.
I
I'm
think
like,
we
come
just
on,
got 3 new
everybody.
viewers
Woo-hoo.
as you were talking. I saw the numbers go up as you were talking. We got 3 new
See?
viewers.
Holla
That's
back. It's
awesome.
all about frequency, energy, frequency, and vibration. As
Totally. Joanne. See, Joanne's
Hey,
out there. What's up?
Joanne, how are you, love? Thanks for tuning in. And I just sing both of your praises to anybody that'll listen to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you
So
so much.
it's and I sleep with my angel deck uh, every single night, and every day it just amazes me all the time, Brian. It's just so brilliant.
They're kind of
And
those readings are kind of crazy, aren't they?
Yeah,
yeah, it
they have some great
amazes
stuff.
me. I'm like, wow.
I see
Hey,
Janice out
Janice. I
there.
love you, Janice. Lovable
Angela
Leo.
Mitchum. What's up, Angela? Angela comes from over from the live stream. Nice to see you, Angela. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome,
Angela. What
welcome.
a beautiful name. You're perfect for this show, Angela. The
And
Angel Show.
Gadir is here too.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sending you
So
love, girlfriend.
So I'm super psyched. We're doing the fourth card in the deck this evening. The angel Elamaya, and the angel Elamaya is just a wonderful presence, and I see her as she, and has just the most compassionate, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And one of the things I've been enjoying along the road with the show is reconnecting with the angels the way I did originally with making the deck, except they're just one at a time instead of 72 days in a row. And I have been really trying to do some light painting portraits of those angels, and I did Elamaya this week, and and at the end of that session, I'm sitting there, and it's like really late, like 4 o'clock in the morning, and boy, I just got this blast of this sequence of words, and it wound up being words for a song that is
Wow.
30 years old. And as a matter of fact, my good brother Brannon, it was the project that he and I originally worked on together and how I met him. And it's a song called Faith. It's a 12-string acoustic song. And it's
Oh,
never
not
happened.
George Michael? Because you got to have faith, faith, faith. That was a good faith song, too.
Yeah. So it wounds up the second verse to this song has an oboe part that comes in it. And I had just lost my dad like 6 months before we were recording this. And when that oboe part came in, it was like my dad was in the studio hanging with me, telling me everything's cool. And for 30 years, every time I listen to that, it still does the same thing.
That's cool.
So if you don't mind, how about queuing that bad boy up and let's take a listen.
All right, let's play
And
the
make sure
video.
you watch, because the words are not spoken; the words are in supers.
All right, here we go. Enjoy.
Where to go? Wow, it's only one channel.
Oh, the audio?
Yeah.
Oh. Interesting. So there's part of the music missing.
Well, this is actually rather pointless.
Okay.
Well, maybe this is the Angels Unplugged. You ever think that?
What's that?
This is the Angels Unplugged.
Yes.
When they on TV, when they have the musicians and they're unplugged and they just do it raw and live, and I think this is your father giving you a little nudge. Like, I really think that this is your dad acknowledging you, acknowledging him.
We can certainly work it out and play it again next week.
This is beautiful, Brian.
That was beautiful, Brian. I don't know what you felt was missing, but it.
Well, if you'd heard the track, like I know it, like one whole
Yeah,
the first part of it was missing one channel, but that's okay. That's what it is.
it was still, you know what? It was still really beautiful, dude. And I gotta
Mhm.
say, the message, you
The
know,
message was what the most important part of it.
yeah, and I said this, Jilly knows I said this to Lori Ladd when we were talking about her book. I didn't feel like I was reading words, you know what I mean? I felt like I was connecting with the
You
message.
weren't.
Yeah, exactly,
And that whole
exactly.
video was a magical, event.
Yeah,
As far
exactly.
as
So
Transcendence. You should have named it
yeah, there
Transcendence.
you go. So I know you were a little disappointed, Brian. I feel your energy. I know how you work, but that was beautiful. You know what? We'll figure out why the track didn't play. We could always play that again. Helen is asking why her skin itches as her vibration rises.
What's that?
Why does my skin itch as my vibration rises?
Because you're exciting yourself. You're exciting everything inside your body. You're
Ooh,
exciting your astral body outside. I
I
love
love
that
that.
tingle. I love when it goes
I
up my
love that
spine.
answer. I love that answer.
Mhm.
And Helen says that totally filled her up. Thank you, Brian. Yeah,
You're welcome.
that's a great way to describe how it felt listening to that song and experiencing that video. So I agree. Thank you, Brian.
So let's check out those let's check out the pics.
All righty, let's do that. Here we go. Elamaya. Wow.
Yeah, this one. Oh man.
I'm just gonna make it full screen, but we can still talk about it. Oh no, that didn't really help, did it? It didn't make it bigger. I thought that it would make it bigger. Oh
You
yeah.
know, Elamaya is another one of the seraphim, and the seraphim show up with like these three kind of circles in the center that are connected, and with six
Wow.
wings.
Look at
And
that.
you know, a lot of times it's shown with the wings like draped over the circles, but this was just full bore, and the energy is so incredible. and
Oh,
and
oh.
and the actual way it looks is this like beautiful white, but this gold, like where it's yellow right now, the way I actually see it, it's like gold, and just flaming red around the outside of them. That's the way the seraphim are usually depicted. And this one just came out really, really, really nice.
This is incredible. Yeah, this is just holy moly, Brian. Never letting us down with your beautiful, amazing work. Do you want to take a look at these other ones?
Yeah, let's stir those up real quick.
Oh, look at that. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's just magical, man. It's
You
just
know, you just see her standing there like with wing out, you know, it's like really
it's
wonderful.
crazy. It's crazy. And Yost is saying, I'm not sure what this means. Manipura chakra. Manipura chakra.
Yes, exactly.
What does that mean? Tell me what that means.
Go ahead to the next one. There we go. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It's been a really beautiful experience.
It's and thank you for allowing me to and us to be a part of it. I mean, again, you know, just having been a fan of your work initially, and to see you like evolving this work, you know, so many years in, like it's just really.
Doreen says my dad was not as smart with technology as I am not. So true. Yeah.
Yeah, these are beautiful, Brian. Great job.
Well, I hope that the volume of work, that we'll do. I'm going to try to do one every week, and at the end of that, there'll be a new light painted angel deck, hopefully.
Wow, that's awesome. So we'll be all here witnessing the creation of a new angel deck. I love it.
So Grace, I know that you're into astrology a good bit. I know that you do the psychic thing. You and I learn numerology from the same freaking book, which is not it's a pretty obscure book, man. That's like not everybody. You're the only person that's ever tried to like talk to me about that. I've given away so many of those books over the years. So we're in the middle of our reading and we're doing some number thing, and yeah, you're into numerology? Good, yeah. And so I learned from The Divine Triangle by Dusty Bunker and Faith Jabeno. And no, You're kidding me. That is crazy.
That's awesome.
Serendipitous.
So how long? Tell us, give some people like that don't know you, like, give us a little background and what Grace is into.
Okay, well, I mean, forever since I'm 7 years old, I had the 3 near-death experiences. So not once, twice, 3 times, God said, "Not time to say goodnight, Gracie," and I'm still here. And it's all about just regifting. It's all about regifting. Like the gift came to me, and I'm regifting it to everybody else, and connecting them with loved ones, and letting them know that hey, they're still around. Their energy. And energy cannot be destroyed. It can be transmuted and changed, but it can't be destroyed. And our soul is energy. So Nikolai Tesla, I love that man. Energy, frequency, vibration. So it's all about just tuning in, getting, and it's physics, right? Didn't Einstein say if you want
it really is physics, yes.
Yeah, have something in your life, you just have to vibrate at that level, and it's boom, it's automatic, it's yours. So it's difficult for sometimes for people to wrap their minds around the concept, and they make it harder than it needs to be. And I really think that if they just sign up, what was that? Gmail, Angel Channel at Gmail?
The Angel Show.
The
Angel Show at gmail.com.
Okay, the Angel Channel Show at gmail.com. You can write that email to this address, the Angel Channel Show at gmail.com, and you can develop your own abilities. Master Brian will help you. He's so bodacious Brian, and he'll help you connect with your angels and your intuitive awareness. And, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. That's what everybody's going to be saying to you. And I just love it. I think this is, just one of the many reasons your beautiful soul was placed here on the planet. And I'm so grateful that I know both of you. So, I mean, a Scorpio and an Aquarius, I mean, talk about blessings, doubly blessed here. So that's been my journey. It's my journey since I'm everybody's cheerleader. It's like, let me lift you up. It's like that commercial. I lift things up, but I don't put them down. Okay. So it's, elevate, ascend. It's get into the positive zone, realize and visualize what you want. And it was so poignant to me, Brian, that earlier you stated, I finally learned how to be happy without external assistance. You realize that it's an inside job.
Yeah, right.
It's an inside job. So it's that's kind of like my mission too, Brian. It's assisting others and giving them that insight and in awareness. And I'm just so good at the frequency now. I mean, it's like I'm there. People's loved ones just come through, and sometimes you have to be able to communicate it so they're not freaked out. Especially if they are not aware of this a gift or the abilities or whatever. So you softly lead into it. Say, hey, by the way, did your mother make flan on Thanksgiving? And it was a big deal. And, and they go, yeah, it's funny you should say that, and blah, 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 blah. So I've learned to just smile to myself and say, okay, I assisted because that spirit wanted them to reconnect to that loving memory. And so, and that's how I love that the Jewish culture always says, may their memory be a blessing. Whenever you go to a service at a temple. And FYI, I might have been raised a Catholic girl, but I have a niece who had a bar mitzvah. Okay. So, we're like the United Nations in my family of religious practices. But it's all about being on the vibe, being on the frequency. It doesn't matter how all these other labels and whatever. Love is the answer, and we're all a part of love, and that's what it's all about. And that's what you're radiating, you two. Yeah. And isn't it lovely?
You know,
It's
Isn't it
amazing.
wonderful?
you were talking earlier about energy, and that is something I've really come to in the last 6, 7 years, and we talked about this constantly through the shows on the tarot thing, you know, and on our reading, you know, the whole thing with me was the elemental like energies and how that
Right.
flows, and you know, it's energy doesn't really know any religious denominations. It has rules that it follows, and when you clue into energy and the rules of energy and realize that what you're sending out, the universe has nothing else to do except send that back to you, you know,
Mhm.
and you start
Mhm.
living within in how energy works and not expecting it to be different for you. Things really wind up flowing in a much, much, much smoother zone, and you get in the flow rather than going back and forth to the walls.
Yeah. Instead of doing the loop de loop and the hamster
Oh
wheel,
man,
you
thank you. Have
know?
a
So
Absolutely.
I just want to acknowledge we've got a very interactive crowd out there today. I'm really happy to see this. As you were talking, Grace, Angela, who was come over from the live stream of consciousness, was saying you are a very old soul. I think she was talking about you. There's an older lady who says she's very proud of you, and I love that we have intuitives reading intuitives. I
Thank you,
love
Angela.
that. I just love
Love,
that so
love.
much.
Sending you
Uh,
love, Angela.
yes, and there is so much love. I don't know. Doreen says she's been trying to do something. She looks like she's having a problem. Sorry, I've
Uh-oh.
been trying to do that, and then she says help, but then she sends love. So I don't know what's going on with Doreen. So let us know, Doreen, what's going on. Helen says she lost one of her very best friends a few years ago, but feels him and talks to him daily. Sometimes he's just hanging out quietly in her dreams. So we're talking all about connection and being connected here, and
Mhm. And Helen,
everybody.
and that's because he's with you, babe. When
Yeah,
the
exactly.
visitations, that's what we call visitations.
yeah,
When we have those dreams, you know, we think they're air quotes dreams, but it's a
right,
reality. You know,
right.
it's they're
Oh, I
with
see.
you,
Yeah,
their energy is with you. They're trying to awaken in you that, hey, you didn't lose me. I didn't abandon you. I'm
yeah,
still here loving on you. And that's what he's doing.
yeah, yeah.
You're here because
Totally.
of all the
You
loving
know, you
light.
know, you know, something that happens a lot is like they're they'll come and nudge you or make a little bump or something to try to
Yeah.
let you know that they're there, and people get scared.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
don't, you
yeah,
know,
but then it's something you become accustomed to it. Once you realize it's from love and it's not some demonic person trying to possess you, you know, like people have to realize it's all about love. These are your loved ones that
right.
want to comfort you, that want to love you, that want to that feel your SOS when you're stressed out, when you're worried, when you have things going on in your life or your family's life or whatever, and they're like trying to calm you down, saying,
Yeah.
"Whoa, chill. Every little thing's gonna be all right." And I'm
Mhm,
here with you and guiding you and giving you that energy. And
mhm.
yeah, you do have a very big entourage, invisible entourage, Helen, and they're all, you know, applauding you, girlfriend, and
Yeah,
your beautiful work that you're creating, and that it's your work is very healing for others. And you need
yeah.
to start loving on yourself, Helen. God said, "Love one another as we
Ooh,
love ourselves." You got to start loving on you, girl, because you're
I love that.
fabulous.
I love that.
Okay.
So I see Doreen, she's trying to subscribe. That's what is she's having the trouble with. Doreen, you are watching on Facebook, it looks like, and there's no place to subscribe on Facebook. You can like the page, but I just put the YouTube link in the chat so you can click on that and you can go over to YouTube and you can subscribe over there. And
Magic Mike.
there you go.
That's why we love Magic Mike or Media Mike. Okay. So
There
it's
you
like
go.
click on it, baby. And don't forget, everybody, the Angel Channel Show at gmail.com for Brian. So we can get this list together for this angel class and workshop, because there's so many people that need to really feel it on a visceral level. And Brian
Mhm.
has that gift and that ability, and he's so brilliant.
Yeah.
And you got to
Mhm.
buy the angel deck, people. I'm just saying right now. Hello. Okay. And it's
Wow.
it's just something that is a tool to assist you into getting where you need to be. You know, and
Keeping you
it's
connected to the higher energy all the time.
hey, Virginia.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's like
Absolutely.
he knows the language. Brian knows the language. He's an Aquarian. He's brilliant. Okay. He's on the frequency. He wants to assist you in
I would
raising
love to do
yours.
that.
Right, Brian? Absolutely. You're going to do this. I'm going to sign up too.
I would love to
Nice.
do that.
Nice.
Well,
Awesome.
on the topic of the angels, let's move into the card for the night. Maybe squeeze a reading or two in here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Ooh,
Well, let's
loving
do.
that. Woo.
You know, you know, with the full moon and the holiday, I had a bunch of like, you know, instant readings, and people were kind of bummed, and we were really changing that energy today. So, you know, but I'd like to kind of clean myself, and in doing so, let's you know, participate with me. I'm gonna like do a quickie. This is a method that, you know, you could spend more time on doing, and we'll go through the quick version of this now, and that is just to gather your energy. Close your eyes and take a really super deep breath, as deep as you can. And when you think you've like gotten as much air in there, squeeze a little more. And then exhale that with some force and push out as far as you can until there's just nothing left to push. All right, we're going to go through the bounds of the energy of our aura and clean each one of those. So the very first one, let's light our aura up. Just imagine your light getting brighter. We're going to clean any negative energy of any kind. And I usually use my hands and start at the top and just kind of scrape down through me with energy, and actually just push anything that's related to what I'm cleansing down into the earth. Okay, so we're going to ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other frequency. Really push. And do it until you feel sparkly. I get goosebumps sometimes.
I feel sparkly. I feel sparkly.
Okay, we're going to move to the emotional band, the water band. I ground any negative emotions of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. And give this one some extra juice, because this is where all of those emotions build up and collect, and we want to get that nice and clean and pure. Anger, fear, in all its forms, rage, jealousy, paranoia, disappointment, hate, pain. Ooh, oh, nice. All right. So we're going to go to the air band now, and this is all about mental stuff, and this will be where people are gossiping and that kind of thing, but also something that I called unused patterned energy. And unused patterned energy is any piece of energy that you've thought about. Okay, you want to go to the bank this morning, so you decide, you get dressed and you make the whole plan to get to the bank. You have like now taken a piece of energy and programmed it to make that happen, and it's going to keep running until you go do that. You get distracted by a phone call and you don't get to do that task. So that little bit of energy is sitting there in your third band, continuing to run, waiting for you to fulfill that task. And since you're not going to do that, it's going to just stay there. So I make it a point to like clean out. And if you haven't done this before, man, there's lots of goo in there that's clogging up available space for you to use for something good. So we're gonna clean the mental band. We're going to clean any gossip, any negative thoughts, any unused patterned energy. Ooh, I was gooky. Okay, now we're going to move to the earthbound, and we're going to banish any blockages in the material world to us, be that financial, be that stuff in our home, be it health issues, anything in the manifested world that is a blockage for you right now. We're going to like take that right out. All right. Now that we've like got a nice little cleanse up, and I feel like a lot brighter right now, we're gonna do a charge up. Now you have all this room that you've just gotten rid of all of this damaged energy and energy you wanted to get rid of. So, and my favorite place is from the core of the earth, right next to where the molten core is spinning and scraping against the mantle. It creates this incredible electromagnetic energy that I just love the flavor of and how it makes me feel. And it like just, and it's so deep that it's untainted by any other influences. It's pure from the center of the earth. So I love to grab there. You know, you can grab from the sky, you can grab from the weather, from weather systems, from plants, anything that's your favorite thing. So I'm going down to the center of the earth right now. I'm sticking my straws down, and I'm going to bring up a big batch of that. With every intake of breath, just pull up energy through your feet and up into your solar plexus. Manipura, yes. And we're going to just fill that up until it is a glowing, huge sun right in the middle of your abdomen. All right, let's pull up that juice. Really draw. And see it in your mind, just flowing up through your feet, up into your body, and just gathering in your solar plexus. I usually go until I get goosebumps. Okay, now I'm going to share a little secret with you. Now you have this big bright ball of like just crackling energy. Take that ball and spin it counterclockwise until it's just going as fast as it can go. And you can't even see anything on it now. It's just a blur. It's going so fast. We're going to create a sacred space. Pure and untainted. A place of safety where we all can learn and grow and share in each other's joy. And I ask that you just make us available to the messages that come through tonight for the people that get readings, but also for everyone else that's listening and can gain peace and joy from this. We send our joy, bliss, and gratitude to the source. Okay, that's pretty sparkly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just reverberates to the bone.
Yeah.
No, it really does. It takes you to this place that's like, oh, I never want to leave here. All right. So bring up Elamaya for us, Garcon.
Ba-boom.
Can you bring up the card first?
Oh, yeah. Hold on a second.
Curiously enough, I read this card for, I can't remember who I read this for last week, but one of our readings last week was this, and I pulled this for myself like twice more during the week. Yeah.
Wow.
Angel of Divine Power. So those symbols at the right, at the lower right. Yeah, it's so the tarot correspondence to this is a 3 of Wands. Yeah, Grace, we love this card.
Yeah.
And the planetary influence is the sun. And that 15 degrees to 20 degrees, the astrological chart is carved up into 12 houses, and in each of those, and that's 360-degree full circle, and it's divided into 72 pieces. So there's 6 pieces of 5 degrees in each house. So the astrological sign is Aries. So this means that we're in the 3rd decan of Aries. And what's important about that is that as the sign first starts, like the 0 to 5 degrees of Aries is the most intense, purest form of Aries that you'll find. And then as that progresses through those 6 pieces, that influence dilutes a little bit and starts combining with the next sign a little bit. So depending on where that is in Aries, it makes a really huge difference in how that comes across. And those, it's not just, well, what's the big deal? The 3 of Wands, what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that the 3 of Wands is about, and when I read the reading, you'll see how that relates. But the 3 of Wands is about seeing your ship's about to come in. In the Rider-Waite deck, the guy's up on a cliff overlooking the harbor, and he's standing there with his wand surveying his land, and the ships are coming into the harbor about to dock. So pretty much a lot about what this angel is about too is realizing that there are new opportunities on the way and things are really great. Before I read the reading, the qualities of this angel are really pretty amazing, and a super helpful angel to call on in any kind of a psychological zone. Like if you're really stressed out and you're just like freaking out, you're obsessing about something, this angel will help with psychological issues of all kinds, fears, addictions, you name it. And she is just so, I've said it before, I'll say it again, she is just so compassionate and loving when you go to ask for that information. I've done 4 of the seraphim right now. The other gods are a little serious. She is really like there to be helpful.
Very gentle and very loving.
Exactly. And the people that are born under her influence are really great healers, like amazing healers, and that becomes like a driving desire in their life.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let me read the reading. This always kind of flips me out. Okay, listen to the voice calling for a new path. Acknowledge when your talents, abilities, and work are being wasted. An answer is on the way, but there's still much to be accomplished. An equilibrium must be established. You are focused on your inner pain, blinding you to the outer opportunities. You turn away from the power that is always there for you to use. You are too giving and allow others to manipulate and take advantage of your giving nature. Double check everything before moving ahead. Careless methods can ruin your crop. You may experience the failure of some project due to storms or problems that are greater than you had anticipated. A trauma and resulting memories have caused you to disconnect, but take heart. New opportunities are here, but you must be present and in the now in order to recognize them and take the proper action to assure success. You must be, it's like we're so busy living in the past and the way things have happened, or trying to project what's going to happen in the future, that you like dull your senses to what you're being given this moment.
Yeah.
Rejoice in the now, right?
Yeah, exactly. You must be alert to the new opportunities that present themselves now and use them wisely. Remain open and receptive to new business ventures and partnerships with reputable people. Commit to operating from a place of light and integrity as you march forward.
Nice. I feel this like bam, says Angela.
It's resonating with Angela. You needed to hear it, babe. Everybody that's listening tonight, Brian's talking to everybody. It's
Absolutely.
That's what's so beautiful about the angels. They resonate with everyone, and it illustrates how we're all connected.
Yep. Helen says, "Wow, more words I needed to hear." Thank you, Brian.
You're
Absolutely.
welcome,
Thank you, Elamaya.
I'm glad. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So we just had go back a little bit in the comments. We just had a request for a reading.
Yes, we did. I was waiting for you to kind of get to where you're at, but Tony Ann is requesting a reading.
Oh, there you go. A relation by any chance?
Tony
No,
Ann,
we're not
Grella.
related. We're not related.
Oh, really? Wow.
Not related.
That's very interesting.
Just another synchronicity, Brian.
Yeah. and also Rick is out there also saying it really hit home. So that I love that so many people are validating how it connects everybody and connects to everybody. I love that.
All right, Tony, do me a favor. You don't need to tell me what your question is about, but just concentrate on that and connect your energy to me right now. Okay.
I look up to you.
Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom from my friend Tony. Words of wisdom from my friend Tony. Words of wisdom from my friend Tony. $56.
56.
Medahaya. Yeah, angel of intellectual lucidity. I'm sorry, that's 55. My bad.
55. Okay.
Yes.
You can go ahead. I'm just going to bring it up, but
you are an awesome multitasker and have learned to balance several situations simultaneously. But so much more can be accomplished when you finally decide. Be deliberate in your actions and think before you act. Step back and take a good, hard, objective look at your situation. Be patient. Plan your next move carefully. It is essential that you maintain harmony. Let yourself play and awaken the child inside, staring wild-eyed at the wonder of the world. Be flexible and adventurous. It will fuel your imagination. You can't see the bottom of the pond when the surface is turbulent. Escape from it all, even if just for a second. Expect to receive acknowledgement and reassuring news. Pleasure and amusement can teach you a great deal as long as you're willing to pay attention. Here is the entrance of other on the physical plane. The recognition of choice, of alternatives, and the action in relation to that choice. The search here is for means of growth in terms of physical health and security, work, advancement, and financial reliability.
That means cha-ching, you're going to be in the money, honey.
Exactly.
Okay, Tony Ann, you're going to get a promotion. There's going to be a better situation with you making more money. Cha-ching, more money coming in. Whoop, whoop. And,
getting recognition for your work is always a really happy moment.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I promised my friend Rick a reading as well. Anyone else is out there that's that's on the list so far. Yeah, this is probably the last one we have time for right now. So,
Oh
Rick,
wow! I didn't even realize it was already 9:55.
Wow, time flies when
Wow.
we're having fun in the
it does
angelic
indeed.
realms here.
Yeah.
So Rick, you know the drill, man. Connect hard, all right, and be standing right in front of me. Let's be looking eye to eye.
That's because the eyes are the windows of the soul. He's going soul deep with you, Rick.
Wow, that's a pretty good connection. All right. Words of wisdom for my friend Rick. Words of wisdom for my friend Rick. Words of wisdom for my friend Rick. Wow, this one just jumped out of the deck.
It must be it then.
Yeah. Number 50, the angel of eloquence, Daniel.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
Mean what you say what you mean.
Wow,
One
look at that
thing leads
card.
to another.
I love it. I love it.
All right, here we go.
Look at that image. It's
Well,
beautiful.
sorry about that.
Wow, 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 wow.
Okay. You like to run off on tangents and new input. Stay focused and concentrated on the task at hand. Keep hold of your perspective or your self-confidence now. Write your new ideas down for later exploration and stay riveted to the task in front of you. Your fear can create insecure feelings and cause you to procrastinate. Communicate directly and clearly. Jealousy arises from uncertainty and confusion. Quarreling solves nothing, and any force or pressure could ruin all your plans. When things are not working for you, take stock of the situation. Even a slight adjustment will change everything. Here are the problems of extremes. A major temptation is to move too fast. To try is like letting a rubber band be drawn tighter and tighter as the lead end moves on. Eventually, the tail end must be set loose and will spring forward to join the lead end in one great snap to make up the lost time. The backlash can be brutal. Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting enough, Rick, that's Samara's birthday card. Samara's his wife.
There
And
you
a
go.
good also.
Nice.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
Brian, I have to say this real quick. This is so synchronous. I know the angels brought this person here to you tonight, and her name is Marie. She just clocked in with us, Marie Bajardi.
Hello, Marie.
And she had just asked me about classes about developing her connections, and I just gave her the email address, the Angel Channel Show at Gmail, so you can put her name in. Write her name. Wasn't that a Taylor Swift song? I'll write your name. I got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name. Okay. So Marie, you two hook up with this man. You'll be grateful and thankful. And Rick, I am so happy for you. What a brilliant angel that your best buddy here, Brian, picked for you.
Nice.
And it's just the best is yet to come for you, honey. And I think you're on the precipice. And when we're on the precipice, we get a little bit of nerves and the jitters and, I think I can energy. And Brian's saying, go for it.
Exactly.
Go all in. Take that leap of faith.
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No fear here.
Fear.
No fear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, I just got to say, I love Grace that you brought a whole bunch of your friends and they all came to party with us and the angels. It's been such a great show. I know there's a couple of people who are still looking for readings, but why don't you come back next week, and we'll put you at the front of the line.
Do you first? Yes.
Because we try.
Angela says, "I think my personal angel is drinking."
Nice, Angela.
Oh, I love it. Sometimes spirits get a little spirited.
These angels, there's some of these angels that are real jokesters.
Yeah.
I mean, they really do have a sense of humor, and they love laughing sometimes.
Well, I think laughter and love, two greatest frequencies to uplift everybody. So thank you so much. I'm so blessed you had me on your show tonight. I am so happy that our energies got to blend and we got to be the God Squad tonight. This was awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Helen says, thank you. You helped focus better so I can hear my angels clearer. That's
wow. That's awesome, Brian.
That's what we're here for, man. I thank you, Helen. Thank you. It's the collective energy of everybody who shows up in this moment with us. Even if you're watching the replay right now,
you're gonna
feel it up. You know what I mean? You can feel it. You can experience it. It's the energy is out there. It's vibrating. So,
So it looks like I just went away. Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
You know what? It looks like your video is lagging a bit, but we hear you. So
we hear you, honey. Let it rip. Give us some good vibes.
We're gonna have a really special. I'm so happy about this. Raphael is going to be with us next week. Raphael Kamensky. He's been instrumental in both decks from beginning to end, and just a really wonderful friend and fellow traveler on the path. So we'll look really forward to spending some time with him next week. And awesome. Grace, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for coming on. I really just appreciate you in so many ways, and look forward to really getting to know you and doing some magic with you and having a blast. I'm glad you're on the path with us.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, so I'm going to close out the magical space and shut it down, and till next week, love you guys and grateful for you. We give you thanks. We send our love. And we are now closing this space and sending everybody on their way, elevated and happy and clean and energized. And we give you thanks and love directly to the source.
Woohoo!
See you guys next week.